Hey guys, welcome back. This is an important one. 10 of 10. Exciting time, I'll tell you that much. I want to start off with the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptations, but deliver us from evil. That is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever, and ever, and ever. Amen. 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 Uh, just want to start off by saying this is important content. This channel needs to reach as many people, so please like, follow, subscribe, share, please. I really appreciate that. I know I really haven't put any content out in a couple days, but it was for a reason. But right now, the most important thing is you guys. Me being here for you. Alright? So I'm going to start off reading out of the prayer and promises for wisdom. And I prayed on this first and I asked God, what would you like me to read, you know? And kindness came out. This one's from Ephesians 4:32 out of New Living New Life. I forget. Anyways, this is from Ephesians 4:34. Be kind to each other, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, just as God through Christ has forgiven you. This is Proverbs 11:17. Kind people do themselves a favor, but cruel people bring trouble on themselves. Man, that's so true. You know, when a situation happens, you work from the heart, you work from kindness, you work for the betterment of everything around you. Kindness prevails. It really does, and it really shows the caliber of person you are. You know what I mean? You show humbleness, you show gratitude, you show all these things, right? It's like even walking away from a situation, you learn something from that. You know, you learn from the experience and you grow, right? But today marks the 10 of 10 stages here. And this one's going to be on authentic lifestyle. You know, everything we've built on so far, or every stage, every step we've put in so far has gotten you to this level, to this part where, you know, your life is authentic. You know, we've had a lot of people throughout our lives try to copy us, try to duplicate us, try to step into our shoes, try to slander us, try to paint us into things that we're not, right? But what we've been through in our lives, and we really have stood tall through it all. When the time came, we didn't falter, we didn't give in, we didn't surrender all of our work, right? And it shows that we are authentic. It's almost like someone who tries to clone you, right? And you know, like in those movies where I'm Bob, you know, and they're like side by side, I'm Bob. Well, in the end, they finally found out who was who, right? It's authentic. It's ones that people cannot duplicate. It's the energy. It's the pureness. It's the integrity that really shines, right? That no matter what time of day, you're going to be the same. You're not going to waver. You're not going to flip flop. You're gonna always speak your truth. You're always going to speak from the heart. You know, and people try very hard for a very long time, but the cream always rises to the top. Remember that, the cream always rises to the top. You know, a mask will fall off given enough time, right? But that's why patience, integrity, honesty, it's a vital aspect in building a solid foundation, to where it's like, sure, you might have two houses, but one on a solid foundation and one built on the sand. The rain comes, that one will be washed away. Sorry about that. I'm running my. Give me a moment, guys. I'm back. It's, you know, and by now you should know your self-worth. You know where you stand in life, right? Like, I'm going to tell you something that happened the other day in the midst of all this stuff that was going on. See, a bully or someone that tries to get you out of character will always attack your physicalities, because it comes from a lot of insecurities inside themselves, because they've had people pick at them. They know where the button lies to push, right? But when you know your self-worth, and you know who you are, and you know how authentic you are, and you know what energies are flowing around you, right? You know it's just something to get you go, something to get you act out of character. And really what that is, that comes from like childhood, really, if you think about it. That's what people used to do in the sandbox. Kids used to fight in the sandbox, right? It's the same thing. They haven't healed from those woundings as a child, so they attack you as an adult. You know what I mean? Because they know how, they're remembering how it feels when they were 6 years old. That's where that's coming from. Adults, real adults who are healed, don't do that. Like, this person tried to make a go at my teeth, right? They don't know what I've been through, right? I know my self-worth. Trying to threaten me with taking the rest of my teeth out and stuff, right? But I knew that was coming from a place of just hatred for themselves, really, honestly, because they haven't healed from that on the inside. To attack someone's, physicalities, that's just what a 6-year-old would do, right? To bully someone. But lo and behold, see, I've had the ability to get my teeth fixed, but I had bills, child support, certain things that I had to pay first, right? But the thing is, when I was in the bath and I was thinking about that, right? Just the act of it, right? Where it was coming from. Because before I ever speak about a person, I like to know where the behavior comes from, right? And see, God has put me through a lot of things, or I've gone through a lot of things, and God has put me in a place where someone's going to appreciate me for who I am and what I bring to the table, not about what I look like, right? My kingdom spouse is on its way, right? And if that person doesn't appreciate me for who I am and looks at my physicalities, then that's the person that's not my kingdom spouse. If someone comes in my life and they really want to be with me, they'll take me for who I am, not what I bring to the table in looks and all that stuff. I've been there. I've done that. I've had relationships built on physicalities and stuff. You know what I mean? And if someone judges me for the way I look, they're not willing to look underneath on what has prevented my teeth from getting fixed, stuff like that. That's why I know my self-worth. That's why I know stuff like that will not get my goat, because I know for a fact that my kingdom spouse will take me for who I am, not by what I look like. You know what I mean? And if they do that, that's not the one for me, because that's not who I'm looking for. That's not who I'm going to share the rest of my life with. If someone judges somebody else by the way they look, that's ugly, and I don't like ugly. You know what I mean? So that's just a little bit of, I hope that gets to you guys, because someone who wants to really be with you, will be with you for who you are. And it will be reciprocated. You will do the same thing, right? So I just bought that. I just wanted to give that to you, because really, if someone takes you, wants you for like money, that just shows that they're in it for ulterior motives. Either satisfy themselves physically, clout in certain ways. There's a whole lineup of things somebody could come at another person and want them for, rather than want to really enjoy being with that person, right? And lack of understanding as well. You know what I mean? So yeah. That's what I take from that, right? Hey, I'll keep going. Don't hurt me. But right now, we're on authentic lifestyle. This is the last one, guys. This is the proof. This is what you've been working for. This is what you have put these stages and these steps into doing and presenting to this world. And it has become a lifestyle that other people want. They want that. They want an authentic lifestyle. They want something that's real and pure, that's theirs and no one can duplicate. They can try hard, but it will fail. Hey man, cream rises to the top. And you become authentic by the actions you show every day. If by having a clean house on the inside, it radiates out. They want that. Want it so much that they're willing to make themselves look better, but still be you, right? Hey, it can be a dirty world out there in the 3D and in the ethers, man. It can be an ugly place to be, but if you know who you are, you know your self-worth, you know what you bring to the table, nothing else should matter, really, really. So, I know these steps are not a cure or even a fix-all ways of being a new person, but when applied, will elevate your spirit and mend your soul's purpose. I assure you that I did and still do these stages daily, almost out of self-preservation, but it worked for me and has given me an abundant and fruitful life, which is much more than the existence I was living. When I was living before I dedicated my life to changing, I was giving myself subhuman attention. Once I gave up the life of pleasing everyone in hopes that I would be loved by another, or giving all my life and getting nothing in return. We've all been through that, right? We give and give, just hopes we get a little morsel of something, right? Just a little bit of that tension, right? But see, that's a lot of where that comes from is we didn't know how to love ourselves. If we weren't willing to give ourselves that attention, to where we were living subhuman, not living up to our minimum abilities, and just being okay with being stagnant and lackluster, that's what we were living in before we started these steps, right? This is what we're getting at. We're really starting to build, right? Okay, I found out that when sacrificing the world's attention and started to love myself, but by putting God first, I gained the greatest freedom any person could feel. My best friend is God. He is more than my father, because Jesus has mentored me, and in doing so, Jesus healed my wounds. It equipped me with the authenticity needed to write this for all those who have felt like me, but did not have a mentor of their own in times of distress. I am here for you all. God is here for you all. I personally want to thank you for being you, and all I ask from you is to be true to yourself. Forget what others think of you, because to impress yourself is already a full-time job. It's really about a balance. Your life on a daily, it's a full-time job. Like people who are in addictions and stuff, to get whatever drug or whatever fix they had to get, and then the process of doing it, and then the after effects, good or bad, it was a full-time job. It really was a full-time job. And, when you seek to impress yourself today, it is also a full-time job. You know what I mean? And when you start finding that, when you have that balance, you notice that you don't want to look good for anybody. You don't have to look good for anybody. God already loves you. The universe sees you for who you are. They take joy in seeing how far you've come. Like I said, these aren't all a fix-all steps or a cure to anything. What it is, it's a way to be proactive in your life. Sometimes best defense best offense is a great defense to go to, right? And in the times when people try to attack you with words, they're just words, guys. For real, they're just words. It usually comes from a very ugly place, trying to get a reaction, right? So just know that when something comes at you sideways, it comes from a place that's ugly, and they just need to work on themselves, right? We all been through a lot, right? And to live in an authentic life, have an authentic lifestyle, it's something that's so real, so pure, so legitimate, that others want to take little shortcuts to doing it, right? They want to cut corners here and that, and when it comes time to prove it, the proof in it, they can't come up with the proof, right? Because they didn't go through the stages, they didn't go through the hard work, they didn't solidify the foundation, right? So of course it's going to falter, and then sometimes they'll come at you because they can't figure out why it didn't work. And like if they've been trying to, it's kind of like this, when you get to this stage, right, and you've been consistent with it on a daily, just like this is your way of life, this is who you are, and you're happy in that, right? All those who've been trying to copy you, all those who've trying to ride on your coattails or try to push you off to the side and make you look all sorts of kind of ways because you don't roll with a bunch of people, and it's like you're in a room, like you're a freshman in a room full of seniors, right, in high school, because you were smart and you moved through grades fast and stuff like that. that it's like you're the odd one out. Although you're as evolved, if not more. You get what I'm saying with this, guys? I really hope it's because they don't think you're worthy of it, and that's twisted in itself, right? The only one that should ever deem you worthy of anything is God, right? That's all you should have to ever be look worthy in front of, right? It's God. You know, even then, you know, who's truly worthy of certain things, right? But since you've done the work, you've done the hard work, you are able to appreciate, honor, and really maintain what God gives you and puts you in charge of doing, right? That's why you will always come out the end. As long as you stay authentic, you stay real, you stay on point, everything will flow off your back, and you'll be seen for who you are. The ones who's been trying to duplicate you, it'll melt away. Their mask, all that will just. It's like having a mime, throw him out in the rain with no umbrella. It's all gonna drip off, right? But you're standing there, you know, just this is me. This has been me the entire time, and they'll see them for who they are. They can only hide that for so long. But since you've been doing this, right, and you've been cultivating yourself, and you've been standing legitimately in who you are, you're going to be more attractive than this mime who just walked through a shower, right? Because that's who you are, and no amount of money, no amount of glamour, no amount of success it's not gonna soil who you are. You're not gonna bend. You're not gonna break. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be bought. You're not gonna be paid off. It's who you are. You know, and you've proved that to God, to the universe, who you are. You didn't defame yourself. You didn't falter. You didn't crumble. And you stayed kind to these people. To a lot of them, you still treated them with some kind of respect, the level of respect they deserved. You know what I mean? The kind of respect God told you to treat them with. You get what I'm saying? And you know how it feels to be treated an ugly way. You don't want to treat others in an ugly way because you know it firsthand. And this is all being seen by the universe, all being seen for who you really, really are. You've been a diamond in the rough, but underneath a haystack. But now that haystack's been blown away, you're shining just who you are, really on the inside, and that's a beautiful thing. You are a beautiful person, and you know it. You just need to be noticed, but it took you to notice yourself. Take time on you to polish yourself up. With the help of God, oh my gosh, you were just... And that's real. You are real. You're not a cubic zirconia. You're the real deal. You are. And people are taking notice. People are really seeing that, hey, this person can't be bought off. This person can't be bullied. This person can't be taken advantage of. Man, he's not gonna go sleep around with every Tom, and Harry. You know what I mean? That you're stable. You're legitimized. You're legitimized. And that's a beautiful thing. In this world of fake people, to be legitimate in a world full of fake, that's one of a kind. That's authentic. Beautiful you are. You are, guys. That's why God has chosen you to hold that torch. Be the bearer. I know it might be hard and arduous to go uphill with this torch to light the next one, you know? It could be hard, but it's worth it. It's one of a kind. Man, I'd rather go through a one of a kind lifetime, right, than a cookie cutter existence. Get what I'm saying? One of a kind story to a one of a kind life. But anyways, guys, it's getting a little late. I'm at almost 15 minutes right now. But I wanted to really get on here and do the 10th and the final step, you know, because I promised you guys I would, and I followed through with my promises. I truly did. So, anyways, thank you for showing up and being here for me, with me, and please again like, share, subscribe, do the best to help others as well, guys. And I'll be back again probably tomorrow. It's another one. I am gonna go live, guys. This is gonna be getting out there. You know, this 3 foot by 3. I'm doing that still. But for right now, there's some other things that I need to handle to be fully ready for you guys to have a Q&A and get to know each other a little bit more, So anyways, take care, you guys. God bless. Praise Jesus. And keep the faith, guys. It fits you. All right.